Now at 5, we're going to hear from an immigrant working at the Noel Tyson plant about how the planned closure has impacted her. Plus, how some Joplin businesses have been affected by vandals. And
President Biden says the U.S. stands with Israel in the wake of the Hamas terrorist attacks. I'm Natalie Brand with new information about Americans killed and held hostage.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Friday will be the last day of production at Tyson in Noel, Missouri. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. The plant was originally scheduled to close next week, but the closure has been moved up to October 13th. Still, the company says team members will be paid through the 20th. The closure will leave about 1,500 people unemployed. An employee we spoke with says since many co-workers have already left, the workload in the last weeks in the plant almost doubled. Yaneth Gonzalez, who is originally from El Salvador, says employees have been overworked. Our reporter Fernandez Silva provided the translation.
Fewer people are working, and what they have done is increase the workload. The night shift is almost being shut down because there are also too many people. So they have us, in my opinion, like I say, in modern slavery, because I have never been treated so badly in a job as they're doing now.
Yaneth Gonzalez also says the challenges are even bigger for undocumented immigrants and for those who don't have English as their first language. We also reached out to Tyson, who emailed us answers to our questions. Tyson says they're committed to providing a safe and healthy workplace for all team members. According to a company spokesperson, Tyson values its immigrant and refugee team members and provide, quote, high-paying jobs and, quote, access to legal services. Tyson also said they verify the employment eligibility of those they hire. Regarding the concern about an increased workload, Tyson said they run their operations based on the number of team members available to work each shift. Businesses in Joplin are feeling the impact of the homeless population in the community. Businesses near 32nd Street are dealing with harassment, drug paraphernalia, and break-ins. Recently, Joplin Greenhouse and Coffee Shop was vandalized. Police have arrested a homeless woman in that case. Although the owner took the situation in stride, he believes city officials should be proactive.
The city of Joplin, the leaders in Joplin need to partner with these people like the Water Gardens, Vita Nova Village. There's a lot of places out there that have resources.
We're going to hear more from businesses tonight at 6. City of Pittsburgh today looked to the future, hosting an Economic Outlook Conference. They invited economics and business professors from Pitt State, Wichita State, and Kansas State universities to discuss where the city stands. Those professors say that while the nation might be dealing with economic uncertainty because of inflation, the city of Pittsburgh is seeing steady growth.
So it might surprise people, but last year they surprised when I came around saying I thought we were an expanding economy, because we've gotten to this idea that this region and the state has been kind of really slow and stagnant, but I've been in a growth mode in our forecasts, and we've actually seen that growth over this last year, and we're expecting that this next year.
That conference was at Pitt State's Overman Student Center. Pretty nice day out there. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, it's definitely turned out to be a nice Tuesday for us today. A little bit warmer temperatures, mainly into the mid 70s, 74 Stockton, 75 Neosho, and then pushing 80 once you get into northeastern parts of Oklahoma. And we're going to crank these temperatures up a little bit more as we go through the next couple days. Also, our winds are really going to increase. Not that bad out there right now. Southeasterly wind at about 5 to 10, but these will start to get moving a little bit as we go into Wednesday and Thursday. A couple little tiny showers skirting across our northern counties. Besides that, we look pretty good. It looks like we're going to have a pretty nice evening as we drop back through the 70s, 60s, but we stay in the 60s tonight as a warm front shifts through with our next storm system heading in. So I'm going to give you those details all coming up here in just a bit.
See you soon. The death toll in the fighting between Israel and Hamas has climbed to at least 1,600. But another day of relentless airstrikes is expected to push that number even higher. At least 14 Americans are among the dead. President Biden spoke with the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today and addressed the crisis publicly from the White House. Reporter Natalie Brand has more.
Israel is carrying out punishing airstrikes in Gaza as its Iron Dome intercepts incoming missiles from Hamas. The Israeli military says the air assaults are designed to cause maximum destruction in areas where it says Hamas terrorists congregate. Hundreds of targets were hit in Hamas stronghold Ramal. Even Gaza's main port was struck. Security experts say for Israel, this fight is unlike previous rounds with Hamas.
Israel has to win this one conclusively so that no one else, whether it's Hamas or Hezbollah or Iran, tries to test it in this way in the future.
We stand with Israel.
Speaking at the White House, President Biden reiterated U.S. support for Israel.
We will make sure the Jewish and democratic state of Israel can defend itself today, tomorrow, as we always have.
The U.S. is surging additional military assistance, including ammunition and missile interceptors. It's also sharing intelligence to help with hostage recovery. Americans are among the captives.
Hostages whom Hamas has now threatened to execute.
We are looking for our son. We have to find our son.
Laor Abramov was at the music festival that came under attack. He took refuge in a bomb shelter and is missing.
We spoke with a witness that saw him taken away on a pickup truck.
As rockets light up the night sky, there has also been deadly fire with Hezbollah along Israel's border with Lebanon, fueling concerns about the conflict expanding. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Now, along with flight suspensions, cruise liners are adjusting itineraries in the area. FedEx stopped deliveries in Israel, and many fashion retail stores are temporarily closed. The House GOP will hold a series of closed-door meetings tonight and tomorrow morning, hoping to come to an agreement amongst themselves on who should be the next Speaker of the House before taking the nominations to the House floor for a public vote. Majority Leader Steve Scalise of Louisiana and Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan are the leading contenders making their pitch to Republican colleagues, but neither have the support of the majority, raising concerns that this could be a protracted battle. Still ahead, getting away with someone special.
If you're wanting to connect with your special someone, a romantic trip may be just the ticket. I'm Wendy Gillette with how hotels and destinations are trying to sweeten travel.
And next in Health Watch, how hormonal birth control can increase a woman's risk of cancer. Topping today's Health Watch, new research suggests a possible risk factor for preeclampsia. The study in the journal Nature Genetics finds if a placenta grows too fast, it can contribute to the risk of preeclampsia and to earlier delivery of the baby. Researchers identified 40 variations of the genetic code linked to how big a placenta can grow. According to the CDC, around 65% of women ages 15 to 49 are currently using some form of birth control. Besides preventing pregnancy, hormonal birth control can regulate menstrual cycles and help manage endometriosis. But it has also been linked to a disease that affects 1 in 8 women. Age, family history, and having dense breasts can all increase your risk for breast cancer. But did you also know
certain birth control pills may increase risk of breast cancer while you're on them?
A study from the UK found all hormonal contraceptives increase the risk of breast cancer by 20 to 30%. That risk increases with certain factors.
For some women it's okay, and other women it's not.
One of those factors being age. For example, for women ages 16 to 25 taking birth control, there would be 8 new cases of breast cancer per 100,000 women. For women ages 35 to 39, that number jumps to 264 per 100,000. Also, the length of time matters. There were twice as many cases of breast cancer in women who took birth control for 10 years compared to those who took it for less than a year. However, birth control still produces a lower risk of breast cancer than drinking alcohol and smoking. Also, that risk
seems to go away once you stop.
So experts say to talk to your doctor to determine whether the risk of breast cancer outweighs the benefits of birth control. Birth control is not only linked to an increase in breast cancer, it can also increase your risk for blood clots and strokes. However, birth control can lower your risk for ovarian cancer, endometrial cancer, and colon cancer. Stroke could cause nearly 10 million deaths annually by 2050. That's according to a new report in the Lancet Neurology. The report warns of a 50% increase in deaths, mostly in low and middle income countries, if urgent action isn't taken to improve prevention, care, and rehabilitation. Less than a third of patients are going to cardiac rehabilitation after some heart procedures. Cardiac rehab is recommended for patients undergoing heart valve repair or replacements. The study authors from Michigan Medicine say it's been shown to improve quality of life after procedures. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, why the state of Utah is suing the social media platform TikTok.
Plus, we're going to start to warm up even more over the next few days. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be another great day for us today. Quite a bit of sunshine across the region, and temperatures pretty good. Most of us mid-70s, clear skies. Nice shot. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, Seneca, Missouri, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Temperatures, very nice, pretty close to where we should be for this time of the year. 73 Nevada, 75 Neosho, Welch, 79. We have Parsons sitting at 79. Let's go to 7th and Rangeline sitting at 75. Easterly winds. The winds are going to start to pick up out of the south as we go through the next couple days. We have a warm front that is heading through, so this is actually going to shift through tonight. Look at Oklahoma City, 86. So with the front, our temperatures stay mild tonight, and also the winds will start to pick up. Very nice evening. Slide back through the 70s, 60s, pretty much clear skies. We only bottom out into lower 60s later on tonight. A few tiny little sprinkles kind of shooting across our northern counties. You can see a couple showers, Nevada up toward Butler, just north of Fort Scott. Besides that, everybody's dry. We're going to stay dry. We're tracking the main storm system that is the actual upper level low is just to the west of Vancouver, but it's this system diving southeast into the Central Plains. All right, so let's walk through time. Here comes our warm front, shifts through for us tonight. We drop back lower 60s. Mostly sunny skies for us tomorrow. By the noon hour, we're already about the temperature we are right now, and I think most of us are going to warm to about 81, maybe even 82 tomorrow afternoon. Quite a bit of sunshine. Tomorrow night, we only drop back into the 60s once again as we go into Thursday. A few more clouds, warm and windy, high temperatures right around 80 or 81 degrees once again. So it's going to be warm and windy as we go through the next couple days. Now, Thursday night, our cold front races in, and we're going to get some scattered thunderstorms. Most of the storms are going to stay north near Kansas City, but we are going to get some scattered ones in here, probably after midnight, after 10, midnight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly north of I-44, as we go into Friday morning. All right, your day planner for your Wednesday, 64 in the morning, 77 by noon. High temp of 81 during the afternoon. Look at the winds. They start to get moving a little bit for us tomorrow. We're going to have winds gusting near 30 by the time we head into tomorrow afternoon. And they're also going to stay kind of in that 30-ish range once again as we go into Wednesday. So it is going to be windy. So trash can forecast, it's only a knockover kind of day. It's going to stay in place, but it is going to be breezy across the area. Now behind this system, we cool back down. We get back into the 60s by the time we head into the weekend. All right, 81 tomorrow, 81 on Thursday, warm and windy. 69 Friday, some early morning thunderstorms. Down into the 40s again. Over the weekend, highs low to mid 60s, so very nice. And then we stay kind of cool or cooler, 60s and 70s all the way through most of next week.
Yeah, chilly overnights, but the highs are going to be very pleasant.
Yeah, not bad at all.
You bet. Thanks, Doug. Coming up, how more travel destinations are catering to couples to create romantic getaways. Topping today's Consumer Watch, the state of Utah is suing the social media platform TikTok, claiming it's a danger to children. Utah's governor and attorney general allege TikTok illegally baits children into addictive and unhealthy use, misrepresents the app's safety, and deceptively portrays itself as independent of its China-based parent company. State officials say prolonged use of TikTok interferes with children's mental health and well-being.
We're tired of TikTok lying to parents. We're tired of our kids losing their innocence and even their lives addicted to the dark side of social media. So, once again, this lawsuit is our escalation of a battle for the hearts and minds of our sons and daughters. We have a compelling case against TikTok. Our kids are absolutely worth the fight.
The lawsuit filed in state court seeks to stop TikTok's alleged illegal business practices and asks the court to impose an undisclosed penalty. TikTok has previously stated its app is safe for children. It's now a done deal. 99% of voting members of the Writers Guild of America approved a ratified contract with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. The 3-year deal includes meaningful gains and protections for writers. Union members walked off the job last May. The strike lasted 148 days, and negotiators did not reach a settlement until September 27th. Sweetest Day is next Saturday, primarily celebrated in the Midwest after it started in Cleveland more than 100 years ago to cherish the one you love. More destinations and hotels are catering to couples wanting to get away to improve their relationships and intimacy, offering special packages, romantic touches, and private experiences. Wendy Gillette reports on the trend from Miami.
John and Jen Henthorne from Sarasota, Florida, recently toasted the sunset at Sandals South Coast in Jamaica. They've stayed at 5 different Sandals resorts since getting married 16 years ago at one of the brand's St. Lucia hotels.
We get to kick back, relax, and just enjoy each other without any of the noise of work and day-to-day life. It's like you're in a paradise.
Yeah. Sandals resorts are adults only. South Coast offers plenty of romantic nooks, fresh flowers, and champagne at check-in with a butler to pop it open. In these new swim-up suites and over-the-water bungalows, rare in the Caribbean. In a survey released earlier this year, Sandals' own romance research shows 2/3 of respondents say it's challenging to find time for romance as they get busier. More than 50% won't let inflation stop them from taking a romantic trip this year, and nearly 3/4 say intimacy is more satisfying on a getaway.
I don't have to say anything. I just give you a thumbs up on that one.
Another hotel offering over-the-top romantic packages is the W South Beach here in Miami, which include upgrades to suites like this one.
We stayed at the hotels for special rates. Romance packages at the Beachfront W, which just underwent a $30 million refurbishment, can include a private couples training session, cocktail making class, couples spa visit and steam shower, and love sound bath meditation.
The aim of our programming is so that couples can engage, laugh, talk, and have fun.
The Sandals survey finds millennials are most likely to indulge in a romantic trip this year. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, Miami.
The report from Sandals also finds the top obstacles to romance in a relationship are finding the right setting, financial constraints, work, and social obligations and children. A final check of the forecast next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, a look at how effective Israel's Iron Dome defense system is. Then on KOAM News at 6, we're going to have more on how Tyson's planned closure of its plant in Noel, Missouri is impacting a migrant worker. Plus, Kansas Governor Kelly makes a new addition to the list of observed state holidays, and Freeman Health System goes pink in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. A bit on the warm side, but overall the temps pretty pleasant out there.
Yeah, mid-70s for us today. We'll only drop back lower 60s later on tonight. Heating up a little bit, 81 tomorrow, 81 on Thursday. Windy as well. Winds are going to be gusting right around 30. And then some scattered thunderstorms tomorrow night, or not tomorrow night, Thursday night into Friday morning.
Yeah, it looks like a good weekend to get outside and enjoy the weather. Thanks for joining us. CBS Evening News is next. And of course, we'll be right back here at 6. We'll see you then. Let's make it a great evening.